In this video, we're going to explore how to convert to units. So, how fast can a human run? The fastest recorded time in the 100-meter sprint was by Usain Bolt back in 2009. He ran 100 meters in 9.58 seconds. So what's our main question? What was his average speed in miles per hour? All right, so that's what we want to answer. Okay, let's set up this problem. We know that we were started off with meters per second. And where we want to get to is miles per hour. Okay, so what do we know? We know 100 meters is 0.1 kilometers. We also know that we have this conversion factor that says 1 mile is approximately 1.61 kilometers. So we take our original information and we set it up as a fraction. And we get 0.1 kilometers times, 0.1 kilometers over 9.58 seconds. Now, using dimensional analysis, we always want to put our units on the opposite side of the fraction so they cancel. So let's start with distance. We need to get kilometers converted to miles. Now, we have kilometers in the numerator and kilometers in the denominator. Those cancel, and we're at our desired unit of miles. Great. Next up, we need to convert the seconds to hours. So what do we know? We know that there are 60 seconds in a minute. So 60 seconds over 1 minute. The seconds units cancel, and we have minutes in the denominator. Well, we do know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. The minutes cancel, and we're left with hours in the denominator. And that's exactly the units what we have. So we have the units of miles in the numerator and hours in the denominator. And that's what we want. Now we just multiply all the values in the numerator and multiply all the values in the denominator and simplify. So we have 0.1 times 1 times 60 times 60. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. Times 1, that doesn't change anything, and then times 0.1. So that's just 3,600, and now we have a decimal place, so that's 360. All right, so our numerator is going to be 360. What is our denominator? Well, that's 9.58 times 1.61 times 1 times 1. So we just need to do 9.58 times 1.61. Luckily, there's a lot of ones in there, so this should go pretty quick. So you have 1 times 8, then 5, then 9. So that's 8, 5, 9. Second line, we put our 0 in. This one's got a little more work to it. We got 6 times 8, which is 48. Carry the 4 there. 6 times 5 plus 4 is 34. We got a 3. And then 6 times 9 plus 3 is 57. Now down to our bottom line, which again is an easy one because it's just 1. And so we have 8, 5, and 9. Adding all those up, 0 plus 0 plus 8 is 8, and 0 plus 8 plus 5 is 13. Got a 1 to carry over there. And 8 plus 4 plus 9 plus 1 is 22. We got a 2 to carry over there, and we have 2 plus 7 plus 5, 14. With that one carried over, and 1 plus 5 plus 9 is 15. Woo! That was a lot of work. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decimals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our decimal place. 15.4238. Wow. There's a lot of digits in that number. Now, we're just going to go ahead and say that's really close to 15.4. If we were doing this on a calculator, we could go with all those digits if we want. But we're doing this by hand, so we're just going to make it a little easier on ourselves and go ahead and round to the tenths. We'd probably round there in the end anyways, so let's go ahead and do that now. And we have 360 over 15.4 miles per hour. Okay, we have some division that we need to do. We need to take 360 and divide that by 15.4. Well, we need to move this decimal over 1, so we need to put it over 1 as well, add a 0 there. And so it's 3,600 divided by 154. I think it's going to go in there 2 times. 154 can go into 360 twice. And that would be 308. And 360 minus 308 is 52. Bring down that 0. And we have 520. That's probably going to be right around 3. So 3 times 154, well, 3 times 150 is 450, and 3 times 4 is 12. So that's going to be 462. And we get 520 minus 462 is 58. And we'll go ahead and go out to the tenths place here. Bring another 0 down. We have 580. Well, that is just going to be 3 times again. Kind of running out of space there. So we'll just kind of pull that up. And we got 580 over 462. And that is 118 when we subtract those two numbers. And we're going to want to round this to the tenths place, so we need to go out to our hundredths. So how many times does 154 go into 1,180? That's what we got to ask ourselves there. Well, we know it's 462 for 3 times. If we were to double that, we'd be just shy of 1,000. So I would say it's going to go in there 7 times. So let's go ahead and do a little scratch work on the side over here and say, what is 154 times 7? Well, 7 times 4 is 28, and 7 times 5 plus 2 is 37. Sorry, messed that up there. And 7 times 1 plus 3 is 10. So we have 1,078, which when we do that subtraction, that is 102. Okay, so that's to our hundredths place, 23.37. Let's go ahead and round that, though, to the tenths, and we get 23.3 miles per hour. So, Usain Bolt averaged 23.3 miles per hour over 100 meters. That's fast. But it makes me think of something. Could Usain Bolt pass you on the way to the school? And normally the speed limit is 25, but not in a school zone during school hours, in which case the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. So yes, he could pass you because He averages 23.3 miles per hour. And that is really cool.